amazing.
Years ago.
It's like Hogwarts, people always say so, right? Without the moving staircase, of course. There's over 1,000 rooms in there. It's huge. It is ginormous. A huge amount of it flooded. In the early 1800s, there was a flood, and it was reported that politicians had to row around the building to get to their meetings. Which is amazing, I think. Imagine seeing that in the Evening Standard today. Boris Johnson and Priti Patel rowing around the House of Parliament. Doing a romantic punching trip. What do you think? Two very important rooms in the House of Parliament. House of Commons with the green chairs, and the House of Lords with the red chairs. Now, if you look down there, you'll see Westminster Bridge, which is green, representing the colour of the chairs in the House of Commons that end of the building. You've got Lambeth Bridge, which is red, representing the colour of the chairs in the House of Lords, further up that end of the building. It is illegal for any member of the royal family to enter the House of Commons. Since one of the royals, many, many years ago, stormed in and arrested politicians for treason, they thought it's not a good idea to let them in. Imagine trying to tell the Queen she can't enter a room. How would you do that? I have no idea. And of course, Big Ben. Shrouded in scaffolding at the moment, guys. It's going to look beautiful when it's finished. It's actually called the Queen Elizabeth Tower. Big Ben's the bell and clock inside of it. And the tower itself was listing. There's been so much work over the years that it's started to list. It's perfectly safe, but they're going to do a huge amount of work to straighten it up, redo the stone, and fix the clock, and fix the bell. And Big Ben will ring again. Way! And of course, St Thomas's Hospital. We all know the Nightingale Hospital that's recently been built, an amazing, amazing feat, named after Florence Nightingale, a very famous nurse. Now, she opened the world's first modern-day nursing school shortly after the Crimean War at St Thomas's Hospital. And she was very, very strict with her nurses. She expected the best. She did a huge amount of cleanliness in the workplace. And she would say, when you come into my school, into my hospital, I want you to be on time. Be clean, be honest, and my favourite, be sober. She discovered honestly that lots of surgeons, nurses, doctors, everyone in the hospital liked a few tipples before they came into work. Who can blame them? Hang on a minute, where am I going? Oh! You may have noticed this very small understated wheel, the London Eye. You all waited patiently underneath it earlier. Now the London Eye is incredible. It's actually called the lastminute.com wheel. There we are, bit of a mouthful. Now there's 32 pods. Each one represents a different borough in London. And it's not supposed to be there. The London Eye was only supposed to be there for 5 years. It had temporary planning permission. It was supposed to come down 15 years ago. But it's become part of our skyline and we love it, so we're not going to take it down. The wobbly bridge. The Millennium Bridge was first built, it wasn't quite right and it wobbled. And if you go on YouTube later, guys, have a look. You can see everyone literally walking across the bridge doing that. It looks like everyone's drunk at 9 o'clock in the morning. It's absolutely bonkers. Many people call it the Harry Potter Bridge because it was destroyed by the Death Eaters, I believe in Harry Potter 6. They twisted it and flew under. It's an amazing feat of engineering. Really half that journey time across the river, north to south. And connects to Tate Modern, which is a beautiful, beautiful building. It used to be Bankside Power Station, right? Opened by the same Queen twice. She opened it once, the Bankside Power Station, and again with the Tate Modern. I assume she's sick of opening that building, so hopefully it stays the Tate Modern for years and years to come. Southwark Bridge, guys. This area is called Southwark. Now there used to be lots of leather tanning in Southwark, but traditionally tanning leather included dipping animal hide or their skin in big pots, yeah, you know where I'm going with this, of ammonia, right? Now families back in the day, if they didn't have much money, would come together and they would pee in a big pot. At the end of the day they would take it to the leather tanner who would give them a small fee for their wee. A fee for the wee, I like that, that's a keeper. Now families who didn't have money and couldn't afford a pot to urinate in started the expression, so poor you don't have a pot to pee in. Families who did pee in the pot, take it and sell it, were called pee poor. Hence the expressions. There you go, a learning experience. Oh, thank you. And guys, the amazing Tower of London, built in 1078. It's incredible, right? It's been many things. We all know it's a prison. It's London Zoo. They had lions in there, tigers in there. You name it, they had it. They still got some animals in there. 6 ravens. They keep in the tower at all times for superstitious reasons. They say if the ravens leave the tower, the kingdom will fall. I mean, we've all read the papers, the kingdom's kind of fallen, but they've still got the ravens in there. And I gather they've clipped their wings, so they can't even escape. Also, the Cray twins, right? You've probably all heard of the gangsters from the East End of London. Now, they were some of the last prisoners to be kept in the tower, but it's still operating as a prison itself. And if you look to the left, you can all see as well, entry to the Traitor's Gate. Now, that was how they used to take people in by boat before they boarded it up, lock them in there, chop off their heads. The tower's where Lady Jane Grey was imprisoned at the age of 16 before being taken out and beheaded. Aren't we lovely? Oh. The guy's Tower Bridge. It's incredible, isn't it? 30 million bricks were used to build Tower Bridge. It weighs several thousand tons. And in 1952, a double-decker London bus jumped over it. A man called Albert Gunter, get this, was driving the number 78 bus with quite a few passengers on board. He drove up towards the moving arms. There was a bit of confusion in the control room. There was thick fog, and they didn't put down the barriers and started lifting the arms too early. Half of the bus was still on the arms as they started going back. Albert, the driver, literally, he panicked. He carried on accelerating, and he ended up jumping the open bridge. I know. He jumped 4 feet of open bridge, about that much. I don't think that's crazy. Not only did he keep his driving licence, he was given a £10 annual bonus for his bravery. What a small badge. There you are. Drive safe, everyone. No dangerous driving in London, please. Thank you.